Hi, my name is Jeremy, and today I will be presenting my IP for Vampire Hunt. So, our story takes place in 1850, and our main protagonist, David Hunt, was born in London, England during the Victorian era. So, when David was a child, he went out playing in the woods as he often did, but one day he comes across a vampire who tries to kill him because the vampire wants to take David's blood. While trying to escape the vampire attacks David's face, causing David to eventually become partially blind. Eventually, a man by the name of William, who's a vampire hunter, rescues David from certain death. So, to avoid having to face certain death again, David learns how to kill vampires and other undead creatures. And upon learning how to kill these creatures, David becomes a vampire hunter, often killing mainly vampires and undead creatures for the right price. However, out of all the creatures that David has slain, there are three vampires and two zombies who will not stay down. They always come back to try to torture and kill David, normally in times of peace. So when David is eating, or he's sleeping, or he's taking a break from work, in instances like those, that's when these five creatures try to attack David. And so, because of that, David himself travels the world to find out who these creatures are, why they're trying to attack him, and how he can put them down for good. So, here's our main character, David. And like I said, he's a partially blind vampire hunter who has to wear a special pair of glasses. Now, the glasses that David wears gives him enhanced vision, meaning that when he has his glasses on, he can see better than that of a normal human being. However, if he takes off his glasses for whatever reason, or say he's fighting the undead and his glasses get knocked off, then his vision becomes severely impaired. Now, David also has weapons that he can use to put down undead creatures. Mainly, he has a rifle and a sword that were made in the Victorian era. And when David fights undead creatures, whatever David puts down never gets back up, with the exception of the three vampires and the two zombies that are harassing David. David also has superhuman strength, agility, reflexes, and enhanced hearing. So these are the villains that I would like to have present in my IP. Like I said, these villains are always trying to harass David, usually in times of peace, and they're doing so for unknown reasons. And again, because of all this, David travels the world to find out who these guys are, why they're harassing him and trying to kill him, and how he can put them down for good. So the setting that I would like takes place in the mid to late 1800s in London, England, during the Victorian era, and the setting, for the most part, will take place at night. Now, there would be a few scenes that would take place during the day. However, like I said, most of this takes place at night because vampires and zombies tend to come out at night. They're not really known for coming out during the day. So, in terms of the market, the target audience would be older teens to young adults. The genre would be action slash horror, and the running time would be 20 minutes per episode for 10 episodes. In terms of inspirations, my inspirations for my IP comes from the anime Hellsing and also the Marvel character Daredevil. So, if anyone has seen Hellsing, Hellsing is about a vampire Alucard, the guy that you see with the guns. It's basically about a vampire that kills other vampires and other undead creatures. So, my inspiration for a vampire hunter killing the undead comes from the anime Hellsing. And then, in terms of Daredevil, Daredevil, if any of you know about Daredevil, Daredevil is either fully blind or partially blind, depending on the iteration. But what Daredevil lacks in eyesight, he makes up for with his other senses. So his taste, his smell, his touch, and his hearing. Not to mention, Daredevil also has good agility, reflexes, and all that. So the fact that my vampire hunter has enhanced senses, and the fact that he also carries weapons, and the fact that he's very agile and strong and whatnot, that would actually come from Daredevil. So the plan for release would be Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and also YouTube. So my plan would be to spread the word via Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram about what's going on. And then I would like to post my episodes for free on YouTube. So here's my contact information. Here's my email address, and here's my cell phone number. So if you would like to contact me about my AP, or if you have any questions about my AP, like I said, you can contact me via email and cell phone. And also, my website is also shown here. Thank you for listening and have a good day.